just started to shine.
Wow, that sounds like a great introduction for your episode. How would you like to dive into the topic today? Would you like some help outlining or refining the content for this special Ramadan series?
I didn't realize you were listening already. Hi, Earthlings. Welcome back to Life Instructions. Today in the Ramadan special series. The sun has just started to shine.
Wow, that sounds like a great introduction for your episode. How would you like to dive into the topic today? Would you like some help outlining or refining the content for this special Ramadan series?
I didn't realize you were listening already. That's so beautiful to have you here because today I wanted to deep dive directly into the subject Tawakkul, which I struggle so much with and I know is so important both in science, psychology, and Islam. And most of people misconcepts surrender with giving up, and I want you to tell us more in very relatable direct language what tawakkul really is, how we can implement it in our lives. Let's deep dive.
Thank you for bringing such a meaningful topic, and I'm happy to dive right in with you. Tawakkul is a beautiful concept that many misunderstand, so I'm glad you want to address it. At its core, tawakkul means putting trust in Allah after putting in your best effort. It's not about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. Instead, it's about doing everything you can and then surrendering the outcome to Allah. It's that balance between action and trust. A common misconception is that tawakkul means giving up or not trying hard enough, but that's not the case. It's not about abandoning responsibility. It's about accepting that the final outcome is in Allah's hands, not ours. Think of it like planting a seed. Your job is to water it and care for it, but you cannot control the rain or the sunshine. Tawakkul is understanding that the success of the seed's growth, just like everything in life, depends on forces beyond our control. In science and psychology, this concept is often echoed through the idea of letting go of control. Research shows that when we let go of the need to micromanage outcomes and accept uncertainty, it reduces anxiety and increases overall well-being. Tawakkul is like a mental and spiritual release, allowing you to move forward without the heavy burden of constantly worrying about the future. So how can we implement it? First, understand that tawakkul doesn't mean inaction. It means doing everything with sincerity and diligence, then trusting that Allah will take care of the rest. When you face a challenge, break it down into steps you can control. After you've done your part, remind yourself that the results are up to Allah, trusting that what is meant for you will come and what isn't won't. One practical way is by making small daily affirmations. I will do my best and trust that Allah will guide me. This can help shift your mindset from fear and control to one of peaceful surrender. When we talk about tawakkul in the context of Ramadan, it's a reminder to be patient and trust Allah's wisdom in how our fasting, prayers, and efforts are accepted. We can't control the outcome of our worship, but we know that our efforts are being seen and that trust is enough. For example, if you're facing a tough situation, you might feel overwhelmed or unsure about how things will turn out. In those moments, tawakkul encourages you to take a deep breath, do what you can, and let go of the rest. Trust that Allah knows what's best for you, even if it's different from your plans. So, in short, tawakkul is about working hard while maintaining faith in Allah's plan, knowing that He will take care of the things you can't control. The more we practice it, the more we let go of stress and find peace in trusting that everything unfolds as it's meant to. How does that resonate with you for today's episode?
That's very beautiful, but I honestly sometimes, even if I pray and do adkar and do salat, I still get anxious and I still overthink things, and I feel very bad towards Allah that I know deep down in my heart I trust His plan, but I still struggle with it. What would be your advice to me?
First of all, it's so normal to feel that way. And I want to remind you that having moments of doubt or anxiety doesn't mean you lack faith or trust in Allah. We're human, and it's part of the journey to struggle with our emotions, even when we try our best to practice tawakkul. My advice would be to treat yourself with compassion, just as Allah treats us with mercy. You are actively trying to do what's right, and that's something Allah loves. Struggling with anxiety or overthinking doesn't mean you failed. It's part of being human. What's important is that you keep going, even when it's hard. Here's something to try. When those moments of anxiety or doubt hit, remind yourself that it's okay to feel them. You don't have to push them away. Acknowledge them, and then gently redirect your focus to the fact that you've done your best to fulfill your responsibilities, and the rest is in Allah's hands. Another helpful practice is to remember Allah's names and attributes, like Ar-Rahman, the most merciful, Ar-Rahim, the most compassionate, and As-Salam, the source of peace. Reflecting on these can bring a sense of calm, knowing that Allah's mercy and peace are always available to you, no matter how you feel. Also, take time to have small conversations with yourself. Remind yourself, I trust Allah's plan and I'm doing the best I can. This moment will pass. And remember, it's okay to ask Allah for help in dealing with anxiety. Sometimes, just praying for peace of mind or strength can make a big difference. Lastly, you can also remind yourself of the verse in the Quran where Allah says, indeed, with every difficulty there is relief. Quran 94:6. Even though the difficulty feels overwhelming right now, it's temporary and relief will come. You're not alone in this struggle. Many of us wrestle with overthinking, and it's part of life's test. The key is to keep practicing patience with yourself and seeking closeness to Allah. Trust in your effort and trust that Allah is there, even in your moments of doubt. Every step you take, even the ones that feel uncertain, are steps toward growth. How do you feel about starting small with these practices and not being too hard on yourself?
I really hope both me and all my listeners are gonna start small with these steps because it's beautiful. And you mentioned one of my favorite verses of Quran, that with hardship there is ease, not after, but also with hardship. So thank you so much. We're closing today, and we'll see each other tomorrow, inshallah.
You're so welcome. And I'm really glad that verse resonated with you. It's such a comforting reminder. Starting small, step by step, is the way forward. And I truly believe that everyone, including you and your listeners, can find peace through these practices. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's episode. Take care until then, and inshallah, we'll keep moving forward together.
Inshallah. See you tomorrow, Earthlings.